Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Minutes of Inspiration with Calandra. How's it going today? Today's word is pace. The word for the week is pace, learning how to pace ourselves. So, what is pace? The definition of pace is to do something at a steady speed that allows you to continue without becoming too tired. I'm going to repeat that. To do something at a steady speed that allows you to continue without becoming too tired. So I have been finding myself having to slow down a lot lately, having to pace myself throughout my day, having to pace myself throughout all of the things that I have to do throughout my day. So I thought it would be great to create an episode on pacing ourselves because it's very important for us to have tools and different things to learn how to slow down, to learn how to breathe and take our time and not rush. Not rush. And as you guys know, I have spoke about anxiety before on here. I do deal with anxiety, and I know that when I am overwhelmed and I am in go mode and doing too many things at one time, it becomes too much. So, learning how to slow down and pace myself has been a great practice that I have put into practice. So, yeah, I want to create an episode on learning how to pace because I'm sure if it's something that I'm having to learn how to do, that there are other people that are out there that may need to hear um, what I'm talking about in this episode. So if you also suffer with anxiety or if you find yourself overwhelmed a lot and you need to slow down and learn how to pace your way through out your day, then this episode is for you. So, yes, so again, pacing ourselves is the act of just learning how to slow down, learning how to have things at a steady pace, not rushing, not multitasking, not on the go all the time. And I talked about this in the episode not too long ago, just learning how to slow down and be more at rest. And I know that we all have a lot of things that we have to do each and every day. Life is busy and it's honestly nonstop. As soon as you wake up in the morning and get out of bed, you have something to do, most of us as adults, all throughout our day. And if we don't be careful, we'll end up getting overwhelmed because it's so much to do. So it's just so important for us to learn how to pace our way and slow down and breathe and get through all the things that we have to get through because we still have to get through the things, but we just have to take our time and go at it at a slower pace so that we won't burn ourselves out. So, I have found 5 ways to help with pacing through the day. 5 ways to help with pacing through the day. So, the first one is prioritize. Prioritize what's important. Prioritize what needs to be done right now at this moment, not things that need to be done tomorrow or next week or next month, but focus on what needs to be done right now in this moment. Not even things that need to be done within the day, but just the moment, taking things moment by moment, you know, minute by minute sometimes, so just prioritizing things that need to be done right now in this moment. So, number one is prioritize. Number two is to set boundaries. Set boundaries. Setting boundaries is so important. It's important for us. It's also important for the people that are around us because When you become overwhelmed and burned out and you're not pacing yourself and you're not setting any boundaries, a lot of times we end up exploding or not coming at people in the right tone of voice sometimes, not with the right attitude sometimes. So it's good for us to set those boundaries so that we won't be short with people. Because I know that when I am overwhelmed and burnt out, I have that tendency sometimes to either shut down completely or to just be short. And I don't want to be that way. And I know that you guys don't want to be that way. So learning how to set those boundaries makes things greater for all of us, makes things greater for ourselves as well as the people that we are in contact with day to day. So setting boundaries is number two. Number three is take breaks. Take breaks. It's so important to take breaks. And I know with me, I work from home now, so taking breaks sometimes is really not a break. I have to tell myself I'm not on a break. I'm taking a break from work, but I'm over here washing dishes on my break. Or I'm taking a break from work, but I'm taking a shower on my lunch break. Or I'm running errands on my lunch break. That's not a break. We really have to learn how to take a break. I know when we worked in the office, you took a break and you really rested on your break because you weren't able to wash dishes or take a shower on your lunch or pay a bill on your lunch break. You weren't able to do those things when you actually worked at a physical building. But working from home, sometimes you're on your break, but then you're not taking a break because you're folding clothes or you're doing things that's not a break. And those things are still small jobs. It's a job to wash the dishes. It's a job to put the laundry in the wash and dryer and folding up clothes. That is work. That is not taking a break. And I had to learn how to start practicing that, like really taking a break, like going for a walk on my breaks. A lot of times I go for a walk with my dog on my break, just sitting outside on my break, just sitting still, actually taking a break instead of like actually doing chores or running errands. So taking a break is also important, and not just with work, even on your days off, taking some time throughout that day to do something just for you. That's not something where you have to think a lot, where you have to plan or anything like that. Just something where you're able to really zone out and just be on break. And with me, an example, I used to read a whole lot when I was younger. I loved reading. Reading was something that I did a lot before social media. So now, social media, if I'm not careful, I'll find myself scrolling on TikTok. TikTok is my favorite social media platform. So, yes, TikTok. I love TikTok. But I'll find myself scrolling all throughout the day on my day off or something. And I'm like, I haven't rested because all that information is just pouring into my mind, all types of information. So I'm like, when have I had the time to actually take a break and rest? And I recently started back reading books, like not listening to books because I also listen to books, but just reading a book, just physically having a physical copy of a book, reading a physical copy of the book. And it brought me back to remembrance of how peaceful and relaxing that actually was. So I was just so grateful to come back to that because, again, with technology and the way the world is today, we're all doing things electronically. We're not really grabbing a physical book, opening a book, and actually reading that book on paper. We are listening to it. We are while we're doing something else. Again, multitasking. And I say we because I've been doing the same thing, but I've been trying to learn different practices for me to be able to slow down and pace myself. So taking an actual break, a real break, not just you have a 15-minute break, but you're doing 15 minutes of work somewhere else. Actually, taking 15 minutes to just sit still and breathe, meditate on scripture, meditate on affirmations, meditate on whatever it is that's going to help you recharge. So actually taking a break. is number 3. Number 4 is focus on the task at hand. Focus on the task at hand. Again, I talked about that a little bit before with multitasking. I know we have to multitask a lot today with everything, with how the world is. We are always doing more than one thing at a time. Hardly ever as adults do we do one thing at a time. So I know that we all multitask, but just learning how to practice focusing on the task at hand, focusing on that one thing at a time. And then once you're done with that one thing, moving on to the next thing. Because sometimes when we multitask, we we're not using our 100% of our brain to focus on that one thing. So we're doing that one thing, but then we're not giving it our all because we're doing something else and we're doing 2 or 3 things at once. So we're like really shortchanging each thing. When if we was to really slow down and pace our way and pace ourselves and focus on that one thing that's at hand and then complete that and then move on to the next thing, it'll help us not be so overwhelmed, but it'll also help us give 100% to that one thing at a time. So learning how to focus on the task at hand, slowing down on multitasking. Again, I know we have to multitask a lot, but just slowing down on multitasking will help us pace our way. And then number 5 is be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle, be gentle, be gentle. I have to say that a lot of times because I know me, I can be harsh with myself at times and think that I should have done it this way. I should have had that done. I should have it takes time for us to sit back and look at ourselves and say, we've all been through so much. A lot of us are still going through so much. And we just have to learn how to be kind to ourselves. We all need love and care, and we have to just be easy with ourselves. We don't have to be so hard on ourselves all the time. And this is coming from someone who has been hard on myself a lot. Um, Almost wanting to have things perfect all the time. And then I just realized as I age that that's just not possible. It's not possible to be a perfectionist. It's not possible to always have everything together. It's just not possible. I believe it's important to do the best that we can. I'm not saying slack in any type of way, but I'm just saying be kind. Be kind, be more gentle to yourself, and that helps you where you won't become overwhelmed and burned out with all of the pressures of the world. So it's just important to just be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself as you would to someone else. Be kind to yourself as you would to a friend or to a parent or to a child. We are kind to everyone else, and sometimes we're not kind to ourselves. So it's important to be gentle with yourself. Be gentle. So yeah, those are 5 ways to help with pacing throughout the day. I'm going to go over them again. So prioritize, number 1. Number 2 is set boundaries. Number 3 is take breaks. Number 4 is focus on the task at hand. And number 5 is be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Rest and rejuvenation is so necessary. Rest and rejuvenation is so, so necessary. So we need to rest. We need to be rejuvenated. We need to pace our way through our day. We need to take time to be good to ourselves and work, but don't work yourself to death. Don't work yourself to the bone. Like have time for yourself. Even if you do have a hectic life, I know that everybody's life is different. Some people have small children, they're in that season of life. So I know that with that, you may not have a lot of time throughout your day to take time for yourself. But even if you could do it while they're napping, even if you can do it, give yourself an hour. Even if you're working and you're driving to work and driving home, even if you could take that, if your commute is 30 minutes or an hour, even if you could take that time to just do something for yourself, listen to something that's going to help you feel good and refreshed. Even sit in your car for a little bit before you go into your home. I know in the past I used to do that sometimes just to breathe for a little bit. Um, spend some time with God in prayer. Sometimes driving, I also do that. So just find ways that works for you that'll help you learn how to pace yourself throughout your week and throughout your day. So, yeah, that is today's message on just learning how to pace ourselves. So, again, if you are new, welcome to Minutes of Inspiration with Calandra. This is a podcast where I talk all things inspirational, encouraging, um, biblical, just ways to help your life be better, ways to help you be a better person, all things inspiration, all things love. That is what Minutes of Inspiration is about. So, if you are new, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are new, also, I have a Facebook group. It is also Minutes of Inspiration with Calandra. You can join the group on Facebook. I also have a group titled Sister You Are Loved. You can also join Sister You Are Loved on Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram at Calandra_Monique. And you can follow me on TikTok. My favorite social media platform at Minutes of Inspiration with Kay. I also upload videos over there as well. And if you can watch the podcast on YouTube. It's also Minutes of Inspiration with Calandra if you are listening to it on the audio form. On audio form, I have it on Spotify as well as Apple. So yes, you can find Minutes of Inspiration with Calandra and on a lot of platforms. So yes, also if you are new, I have a book. It is titled Faith Walk to Healing. It looks like this. You can purchase it on Amazon. It is a devotional. It has all things faith, all things family, all things love, all things self-love, all things just the goodness of God. If you are new, getting to know the Lord, you'll hear a little bit of my testimony and you'll be able to see the full love of Christ from this book, Faith Walk to Healing. It's scriptures in here and just different topics and of ways that I've overcome and just it was a roadmap for me to help me out of a very dark situation that I was in a couple of years ago. So if you like all things inspiration and you need things like that in your life, then go and search for Faith Walk to Healing on Amazon. And yes, it was definitely a faith walk to healing. That is definitely what this book is about. It's from a faith move, a faith journey. So yeah, you can find it on Amazon. And I have a scripture for you guys today. It is Lamentations 5:21. It's coming from the New Living Translation, and it reads, "Restore us, O Lord, and bring us back to you again. Give us back the joys we once had. Restore us, O Lord, and bring us back to you again. Give us back the joys we once had." Very deep, very deep. I encourage you to reread that and just let the words sink into you. It is very deep. It touched home for me. Restore us, restore us. And we all need restoration. We all need restoration from the Lord. Also, if you are someone that is looking for coaching, I do offer coaching. It is a one-on-one. You can find out all the information about that on my social media. If you click on the link tree in my bio, it'll take you to Appointee and you'll be able to schedule a session with me. The first one is free. It is a 10-minute session where we just kind of get to know each other. I kind of tell you about me and you tell me what you are looking for, and we'll just decide if this is going to be a good fit. After that, I offer a 30-minute session. It is a paid session or a 60-minute session. And you don't have to stick with it every week. It's up to you. So if you want to do it at one time and that's all you need, that's fine. If you want to do it weekly, that's also fine. So you can find out that information on any of my social media platforms and just click on the link tree in my bio and you'll see Appointee where you'll be able to schedule a session. So yeah, I also offer that. And then I also have Sister You Are Loved Bible study group. Right now it's a one-on-one. and it's every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, and it's absolutely free. If you are just wanting someone to sit with you, someone to pray with you, you want to have an accountability partner, you are able to join Sister You Are Loved at no charge. That is not a charge. It is a Bible study group. It's a support group that I've started. So if you're interested in something like that, then let me know. Reach out to me again on any of my social media platforms. Leave me an inbox. You can also email me at calandra1234 at yahoo.com and let me know that you are interested in Sister You Are Loved. Again, the coaching does cost. The Bible study support group is free. So yes, so just reach out to me and let me know if you need anything like that. And also, yeah, just thank you for staying consistent and for tuning in every week. And just thank you for the growth that I've received on the YouTube channel for the podcast. I'm so grateful for all of you. And as always, know that you are loved, you are valuable, and your life is worth living. God bless you. Have a blessed weekend.